Welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another very exciting unboxing related video to, of course, Spider-Man PS4. Now, you guys know me, I've done all the unboxings with anything I could possibly get my hands on to the game, whether that be custom-made web shooters, or limited edition vinyls, or Funko Pops, or statues, or whatever it may be. I just love everything related to this game, and I am so lucky to be able to afford products like these because I'm a major fan, and anything that I can find related to this game in particular, I really do want to try and collect every piece of memorabilia or items that they have produced for it. There are still quite a lot of items out there like the Cos Babies or some other statues that I have not actually been able to acquire yet, but this is actually a newly released and announced and also displayed limited edition Gallery Diamond Select Toys statue that was shown off at San Diego Comic-Con, and it was there at their booth and it looked fantastic, and there were actually pre-orders of this specific statue during January when they actually announced that they were going to make a statue of this specific suit, of the advanced suit, and also Rhino from the game. Now, cool enough, the vendors at the Comic-Con booth actually said themselves that they were going to make possibly other statues based off the other Sinister Six members if the Rhino statue sells well. Which is weird that I don't know why they did Rhino instead of Doc Ock or even Mr. Negative, maybe because they wanted to save them for possible spoiler reasons at the time. But if the Rhino statue does well financially, they might make more statues like this off the other video game characters. And even though I actually didn't order the Rhino one because I think they ran out of stock at the time, I was able to get the Advanced Suit one, which just came in the mail earlier today for me, and it is absolutely breathtaking. This is the official box that it comes in, and these are the side displays that you can see of the statue, the open view windows you could see, or the panels displaying what the sides of the statue actually looks like with padding, and of course the back actually fully showcasing what the statue includes, what the description is, the effort went into making it from such an amazing product of these sculptors, because they make tons of statues based off of all these other video games, shows, movies, etc., and they are breathtaking. They did one off the black suit, which looked really, really cool, and I got that one, but the Spidey Squad and I wanted to send it to fellow awesome Spidey fan Spidey Kid because he's one of the coolest Spider-Man fans out there, and me, I was waiting for this one because this is the one I really want for myself. Plus, I'm running out of a lot of space in my shelf to actually put these types of statues on, so I definitely want to try and save it for this special statue because I love everything about the game, and the Advanced Suit is one of my favorite suits. But before we actually unbox it, which I will showcase in a closer fashion, I will read what comes at the back of the box for its description. So as it states, Spider-Man. When teenage Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider, he gained the proportional speed, strength, and agility of an arachnid. After learning that with great power there must also come great responsibility, he became the crime-fighting superhero called the Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man has now been web-swinging through the streets of New York City for 8 years, and over that time has become more experienced and masterful at fighting crime in the Big Apple. But his talents go beyond breathtaking acrobatics and his trademark wall crawling. Spider-Man uses his intellect to craft amazing gadgets to help get the job done. This latest adventure calls for Spider-Man to use everything at his disposal as he'll face more powerful and personal adversaries than ever before. This 9-inch scale Marvel Gallery PVC diorama of Spider-Man is based off his hit video game experience or appearance, and features a high level of detail and exacting paint applications. It is in scale to all Gallery and Femme Fatale's PVC figures, designed by Caesar and sculpted by Cortez Studios, Marvel Gamerverse brand, and Diamond Select Toys. So that is the main two companies involved into making this statue. The Marvel Gamerverse brand, like we've discussed before, is anything related to any of their video game products, whether that's Marvel's Spider-Man or Marvel vs. Capcom, or potentially in the future with Marvel's Avengers. And then Diamond Select, they do great statues and sculptures based off everything related to other heroes, shows, etc., which is great, and this statue is no exception. However, as I will discuss when we unbox it, there are a few slight nitpicks I do have with the overall presentation of how at least this specific statue was made in general, but I do love the pose. And as a comparison, before we actually unbox it, this is the collector's edition statue for Spider-Man PS4, where he's on top of all the equipment related to the Sinister Six. And even though it's still in its box, this is the statue for the Diamond Select. So again, it is, I believe, 9-inch. So I think this is 6, I want to say, probably a bit taller than that, but this is definitely taller in terms of size compared to the collector's edition statue. I mean, Spider-Man himself overshadows what this statue even is, but this is for like hardcore collectors who do really just want to show a beautiful bust of a character that they love on display, and that's exactly what I'm going to do once I'm done unboxing this for you guys. So without all the way, let's get right into the unboxing. So here we are, everyone, with a much closer and in-depth look at both the PVC diorama statue from Diamond Gallery Select Toys and the collector's edition statue from Spider-Man PS4 itself. And again, even though this is a 9-inch statue of this incredible advanced suit display, I believe this is either 6 or 7 inches of just Spider-Man on the Sinister Six equipment pieces, compared to Spider-Man on this mast of the advanced suit logo and this red webbed base. In comparison, it is absolutely massive. You got to find a lot of shelf space or storage space to actually put this on if you want to actually have it just be out of the box, because of course you could keep it in the box, but having it out is that much more fun. So yes, Marvel Spider-Man, PVC diorama, Marvel Gamerverse, ages 14 up. There's the left side with Spider-Man on the back of the base. Kind of you can see like the parts of his leg part of the suit with his pants. Again, with the advanced suit white gloves and part of the shoes and the white part of the logo. And then here is the back description if you want to read it yourself. Amazing art display of the statue looking at its peak form, because again, my statue has a couple problems with it, just slight mishaps of the details of the suit itself, which we will get into, but I'm sure once we actually do unbox this thing fully, it's gonna be amazing. And I do have my trusty scissors, so I'm gonna try and cut off pieces of the top. I definitely want to save this box for sure, because I have kept like all the boxes related to the collector's edition, collector's box, Funko Pops, all that stuff, because people get really mad at me when I take my Funkos out of the box, because if I'm a collector, I should keep them in the box. But for me, it's kind of fun to actually display them, especially when I'm working on other videos and I just look at them or bobble them from time to time, because I just find them really, really fun. And after waiting so long for the game, playing the game and then playing with the merchandise of the game is that much more fun. Although I haven't unboxed the Hasbro figures. I do have that just on display on my billboard in my room, which is very cool to look at, because that is a bit different. I'm not too young to play with action figures, but I do have Funko Pops just for fun display purposes on my desk, and these statues to look at because it is amazing. So the top, just in case you want to know, this comes off like that. And then there's a little plastic part that you can actually just protect the statue with, and out we go. Pull from both sides of the box, slowly getting rid of it. Hopefully I don't damage it in the slightest. Okay, there we go. Woo! Hard part done. And box, there is in fact, I believe, a certificate of authentication or authenticity for the statue itself. Empty box, still looks beautiful and perfectly preserved to put your statue back in case you're moving or anything, or you want to keep it in the box. Here, Marvel.com licensed products. So this is just a guide based off of everything related to the entirety of the brand selection that Diamond Select Toys makes. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check out their website at Marvel.com, Diamond Select Toys, and then you can find their products somewhere there, which is amazing. And definitely be sure to check out anything if they have more Spider-Man stuff. Like I said, they might make stuff off of Doc Ock in the future if the Rhino figure sells incredibly well, which I really hope it does. And I will be buying that day one if they announce one, because I am going to be getting the Anti-Ock suit Cos Babies, as well as the Velocity suit Cos Babies. But mainly with the statue, oh my goodness. That is amazing. So yes, this is a 9-inch figure, but like I said, there's a couple issues, slight details that you can only notice if you're a hardcore fan of the game, and mainly of the advanced suit, that I'm a little bit agitated with, but not too much. Around this was like $45, $50 just for this statue, but the White Spider suit logo on the front The pincers are kind of too close to each other, and that's not really the exact design they have in the game. The legs are perfect. The detailing on the web patterning is great, but for specifically this statue, the pincers are too close to each other, in my opinion. We also have this bottom part here of his waist. The webbed red chest piece should be separated from the belt, but instead they connected it like it is one singular thing, which it's not if you do look closely at the suit. Although they did do this part right with his legs, with the web patterning on the side of the suit's leg aspect. Same thing with the left and right side, which looks great. We also have the back of the white spider suit logo on the back, which looks perfect pretty much. And since he's twisting, the suit logo is kind of twisting that way as well. We see the gloves look extremely detailed. The knuckle parts on his wrist gauntlets look fantastic. Again, a little bit of a weird detailing there with the gap of this part of his advanced suit gauntlets and then this giant red piece here. I think it's just because he has his fist clenched and something like that. Same thing here, although this looks perfect. This is actually a much better example how it looks like in the game. The white logo, or the white gauntlets protecting his hands and his knuckles and his fist looks fantastic. The piping around the whole suit, the chest part and the legs looks incredible. And although another slight nitpick, the shoes look fantastic. One-to-one detailing looks fantastic, absolutely amazing. But the white spider logo on the front of this base is actually based off of the 2017 design. If you guys remember, the logo actually changed from E3 2016 to 2017 to 2018 and went through a couple of changes. And maybe they were working on this so long that they actually forgot to change the back logo to the current design. So this is technically the design from 2017 instead of the, right here, 2018 logo. You can only, of course, it's not anything major. It's super nitpicky of me to even talk about this for withholding such an amazing statue. On the plus side though, very light. Very light indeed. Marvel DST made in China, that's the base. It's very plasticky, it's not like metal or anything. It's just a PVC diorama of the advanced suit, and it looks fantastic. Again, here's kind of a close-up of Spidey himself with the gaps within the red part of the suit going down his arm. There's the other gap right there. The web patterning going all across his wrists and his arm, and also the web shooters, not really as present as I'd like them to be, but you get the white implementations of his gauntlets, but no web shooter in sight really. You get the little bit of padding on his fist, but not anything as detailed as that of the Hot Toy, for example. This is just like a bust, a statue to look at and just admire, which I'm definitely going to do because I, for one, love busts of all Marvel characters, mainly Venom, Spider-Man, Black Cat, and also Daredevil. There have been some really cool Daredevil ones, not based off any game, but just in general. This, though, if you're a fan of the advanced suit Spider-Man suit like myself, if you think it's one of the coolest Spider-Man suits out there, I definitely recommend that you get this statue as soon as you can. So that's actually kind of the front view of the statue, so he's actually looking a bit towards the left if you face it directly towards you, which is interesting. But if you tilt it a little bit to the right, then he'll be facing directly towards you. And again, as a comparison, we have the collector's edition statue to the PVC diorama. So I believe this is either 6 or 7 inches, and then this is a full 9-inch diorama. Totally detailed, totally amazing to look at. What a beautiful sculpt that Diamond Gallery did on this. And meeting them at Comic-Con was a true pleasure. Everyone there was super kind-hearted to actually just discuss all their future products with me and how they love the game and they would love to work on more stuff related to the game. So if you yourself, guys, want to see more statues like this in the future, definitely let Diamond Gallery Select Toys know of your interest, and they will surely try and come up with more designs to make for all of us hardcore Spider-Man fans. But anyways, guys, that was my entire unboxing of the brand new PVC diorama from Diamond Gallery Select Toys. This was displayed at Comic-Con. You could only pre-order it in January and also a couple months afterwards, but it's a very limited statue, I believe, because it's so new. They will make a ton later on of the advanced suit, of Rhino, but right now these are new to the market, so they're gonna have only a few out there. But if you are lucky enough to get this, definitely let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. What other statues would you like to see of any other character from the game? Silver Sable, Black Cat, Mr. Negative, Doc Ock, anyone, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts, and please let me know your favorite part about either of these statues and which one you think is actually better. In my opinion, again, small nitpicks with the PVC statue. I just had this one for so long, looking at all the Sinister Six equipment. I do think I like the Collector's Edition statue more, but I do think the detail in this one is better, if that makes sense. I like the overall display of Spider-Man taking down all of his foes, especially with the Doc Ock tentacle, because Doc Ock is my favorite villain in the game. But this, with the detail they have in the suit itself, again, one last close look they have at Spider-Man's advanced suit with his lenses, his whole entire chest piece with the web patterning going on, the lining, the reflection of everything. It just looks very glossy. Not in a bad way, but really, really cool in the sense that it actually makes him more radiant compared to the Collector's Edition statue. The color is a bit darker than the Collector's Edition statue, but I think they were going for a more realistic vibe, I guess. But it still looks beautiful nonetheless. And again, if you are a major Spider-Man PS4 fan or Spider-Man fan in general, definitely try and pick that one up for yourself if there are any left in stock. But until next time, everyone, until the next unboxing or whatever other video I make in the future, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.